Hey everybody, it's Button Mash, and welcome back to more Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Last time we entered Lorule through Hyrule Castle and figured out, or just witnessed, Yuga, morphing into Ganon, I guess, is what you would call it. It's really an abomination, so now we have to go find the 7 sage paintings, unless we die. Please don't let me die. Come on! I was barely clipping the edge of that blast. Come on. Hey. Well, you know what? We're not gonna go back to Hyrule to get that hookshot, because we're not gonna need it, for a while now. Trying to help with someone, and they just end up something. Anyway, she's complaining about how we ended up passing out in the middle of the road, and she just has the duty and the obligation to go and bring us to her house again, even though she really doesn't, but she's complaining that she does. Wow, amazing. Up here to the north, please don't let me die again. God. Okay, hopefully we can collect some hearts here. I'm kind of mining for hearts. Oh, and I just can't seem to catch a break. Alright. Hopefully there will be some hearts in here. Just rupees. Okay, good. 2 hearts, 2 hearts. I promise we're gonna enter that tent. Alright. In here, we see a fortune teller-like thing. I'm a reader of fortunes, and I see your future. I tell you what's to come for 20 rupees. Tell me. Higgly diggly, piggly, porkly, florkly, moppity, sloppity, kerplop. Oh, so much fortune to tell. It's like a buffet of fate. I see 7 paths before you. Which path would you like to ask about? We have the Dark Palace, the Swamp Palace, the Skull Woods. By the way, all of these are the dungeons that you need to go through to get to the 7 sages. The Ice Ruins, the Desert Palace, Turtle Rock, and one more. He said there were 7. The Thieves Hideout. I'm gonna ask about that one. My camera did not like that. Oh, a sign from on high. I see it. All right, state it plainly. I see what? No, I hear people singing a password around Thieves Town. You would do well to walk around there and listen to those words carefully. That concludes our session. Were you able to see the path you would take? Okay, that'll be 20 rupees. Pretty helpful if you haven't played this game before, you don't know where you're going, you don't really know what to do, but I personally just went there to show you all of the different names of those dungeons, because I'm going to be asking you guys a question at the end of this video. Or, you know what? I might as well just ask it now. Better to just get it out of the way. So, we're doing the Thieves Hideout. That's the first dungeon we're doing, and it's been decided. That's what I'm doing in this video. Trying to outspeed this guy, hopefully. Or making good use of my shield. That's nice. So that I don't take too many hearts of damage. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. But anyway, you saw those 7 dungeons. We're doing the Thieves Hideout. And I want you guys to decide on the next dungeon that we're doing after the Thieves Hideout. I personally have a preference in which order I do my dungeons in this game, but since it's a Let's Play and not a Watch Me Play, I figured I'd let you guys choose. Anyway, we have entered Thieves Town. I also find it quite nice that these statues that you save at are bat statues and not bird statues. Pretty nice reversal. They are your only salvation, son. Monsters, we are corrupt. Corrupt! Do not be deceived. Only monsters will save us now. Mumbo jumbo. The statues at the north edge of the town are entrances to some sort of hideout. Gives me the chills just looking at them. I once knocked at the door, but they told me to make like a piece of fruit and scoot. Nice reference to the scoot fruit there. Oh, I wish I had the strength to leave this place entirely. Mumbo jumbo. Just saying the same thing at the end of your sentences. And hey, look at that. That's welcome. Oh my. We are getting pretty close to, I mean, we're not there, but we're getting pretty close to 20 my, so when we reach that number, I think it's it'll be time to head back to Hyrule and upgrade our next item that we own, which will probably be the bombs. Anyway, next place I want to head into is this house. Veteran Thief. Many years ago I felt so free, though thought I chose the thieves' life, but it really chose me. Every time I say I'm a leaving this accursed life, sets me right back to thieving. Oh hey there, little guy. Sorry, I was just singing out loud. It's an old tune. Probably wouldn't know it. What do you think of this place? Little too rough for you, eh? I don't mind as much. At least there's a strong musical culture in this town. It's a tradition with us. That is where you will get the information of what the password is to the Thieves Hideout. If you don't know it already, I just happen to know it because I've played this game countless times. In here, we have what looks like Fortune's Choice. Sorry about that. For 200 rupees, which is a lot more expensive than what we paid back in Hyrule, might be a piece of heart in one of the chests. 200 rupees, more expensive, but also a lot more chests. Wow, okay. I've gotten really lucky with this game before, but only one time. And my luck is usually terrible with it. Monster Tail, not that great. Red Rupee, also not that great. And Green Rupee. Oh, come on, I was right next to a gold rupee, a silver rupee, and the piece of heart. I was right next to it. Fine, I'll waste my other 200 rupees. Just to hopefully have a chance of picking the piece of heart. Oh god, I got scared there for a second. 100 rupees, very good. Piece of heart! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Piece of heart! I actually got it! That's insane! And another silver rupee. I mean, if I'd gotten the 2 gold rupees, that would have gone better, but that's really good. I got a piece of heart. That's a 1 in 15 chance, really. That is nice. In this building, it seems to be locked. And so over here is the Thieves Hideout. Who's there? Nobody gets past me unless you know all the words to the Ultra Secret Thief password song. I'll start with the lyrics and you finish them. That is if you can. Here we go. A smart thief fears the boss's wrath. I'd rather be walking a narrow path. Sometimes it hurts too much to carry. You think knowledge is power, but it's really despair. Every time I say I'm a leaving, this cursed life sets me right back to thieving. Wow, what a fetching voice. Come on in, buddy. Thanks, I was just doing spoken word. Not really singing. But I like to imagine Link singing, even though he's a silent protagonist. I'm not sure how that would work out. Spear Boy, never seen you around here before. You one of the new recruits, eh? Perfect timing. You can take over there on guard duty for me. Have fun. Something, something. He's singing about fresh meat, fresh air. So, hey, that's kind of catchy. Maybe I'll see if the bard can put a tune to that. Fresh meat, fresh air. And down on one of the other floors, we see a girl being kept captive. The boss door is right within our reach. We just don't have the key. So we'll start by going in this room. Alright. Pretty simple puzzle solving in here. Nothing too hard. Lift those up to... Actually, I want to get those rupees. Lift those up to lower those bars and bring these 2 statues out. Pretty nice. Alright, good. Let go, Link. Thank you. Sometimes, that's one minor complaint I have with this game, is sometimes Link can have a little trouble letting go with objects that he can grab. At least, maybe that's just my problem. Maybe that's just a personal problem with me. But I've experienced that quite a lot in my past playthroughs. That's switch number 1. And switch number 2, I'm going to push around here. And I thought it was here? Thought it was here, but I guess it's... Oh, it's up there. I could have just damn it. I could have just opened the bars and... okay, whatever. Time doesn't really count against you in this dungeon, so it's fine, I guess. That's platform number 2. And in this chest we have 50 rupees, a purple rupee. In dungeons, money is plentiful. Monster horn, great. That is the last kind of monster part that you get in this game. There are monster guts, monster tails, and monster horns. Another minor complaint I have with this game is that I wish there kind of were a couple more monster parts, maybe? Maybe even one more would be great. But 3 is, you know, it's a little lacking in my opinion, because like in Breath of the Wild you have so many monster parts in that game, and I don't think this game needed to have that many. And that's not what I'm saying. I was thinking more like a little bit less than what Skyward Sword had, maybe. Or maybe what Skyward Sword had? I don't know. Unpopular opinion? Maybe. But I will say a positive about this game is that the things that you can do with the monster parts are not just wasteful. They're actually useful, so that's definitely a plus. Up on basement 1, we have that same wind puzzle that we just passed, so let's go down a floor. And here you just have to play with the switches in order to get those tracks to move the way you want them to. That right there, that is a Slugula, I believe. It's not my favorite enemy name, it's pretty good, but we'll be getting to my favorite enemy name soon enough? Nah, actually pretty far off into the future, kind of towards the end of this Let's Play. Anyway, that's the way you're intended to solve that, but you could just always use your bombs. This right here opens the floor, in case you wanted to die. That got morbid really quickly. Inside these little shield or board thingies, there are rupees and hearts. I don't need hearts, but I would like rupees, I guess, because I'm always looking for rupees. Monster guts. And I should be making more use of these Pegasus boots, just because they're useful. Here, we have a girl. Who are you supposed to be? And how did you get in here? Hang on a second, you wouldn't happen to be looking for some kind of painting, would you? I knew it! That thing must be pretty valuable if the boss went all that trouble just to hide it. And now folks are searching for it. Well, I may have accidentally learned where the boss hid it. Maybe. That's why the creep locked me here. Can you believe that? Say we could help each other out. If you get me out of here, then maybe I could help you find what you're looking for. Maybe. So get going. I don't want to spend any more time than I have to down here. No maybes about that one. Alright then. I guess we really have no choice if we want to free all the sages. Hopefully what painting she's talking about is really a sage, and it's not just a very beautiful ornate painting of Mona Lisa or something. I'm not sure if that would exist in this Zelda universe, but I don't know. Probably something similar to it would. Don't be in the blast radius of that. Pretty simple enough. They respawn. I don't need to use that, because bombs are infinite in this game, and that's also a positive that I feel like is good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like bombs being limited, but I also like bombs being infinite in this game, since, you know, you rent them, and it would be kind of a pain if they were limited, because you have to pay for them every time you died. Just saying. And they're only unlimited if you spend an absurd amount of money, so... Money isn't hard to come by, though, in this game. I'm being tangential, whatever. I'm going off into a whole bunch of different topics. There's our green circle, which means we're at least halfway through the dungeon already. Impressive. There's our small key to open the door to this thief girl right here. Well, thank you very much. You saved my life. Please take me outside. That painting you're looking for is hidden on the outskirts of town. I'll take you to it. By the way, where'd you learn how to slide in and out of the walls like that? That's a little bit creepy. Maybe you can teach me how to do it. Maybe I can, maybe I cannot. Maybe. We're locked in. Check that northern door. See if we can get out that way. This is basically the theme of this dungeon. You have to lead this girl around. What's kind of funny is that if you dash away from her like that, she just kind of stays behind because she's confused about where you went, I guess. You'll be doing these kinds of puzzles where you put her on one switch and then you use the other switch for yourself. Pretty nice. You know, I'm not gonna say completely original or completely ultra mega creative, but pretty good actually. Pretty useful and creative design or way to use this scheme. Here, these enemies are very annoying. They're called Zazaks. As absurd as that sound, they're annoying, like I already said. If you let them get too close to your waifu, they will... That came out wrong. If you let them get too close to your person that you're guarding, the thief girl, they'll pick her up and kind of like shake her around in a very weird way, and then they'll, I like doing this, hold on. Hey, what are you doing? You can't just leave me behind like some sort of monster. Yes, I can, and I just did. Or almost did. They'll pick her up and kind of throttle her, and then they'll put her back where she was, which is the locked cellar or room sort of thing, and you'll have to go all the way back, like I have done many, many times, until I've gotten good at the strategies for exactly how to, like, beat these Zazaks and be in the most advantageous position. Sorry for the cut there, I just needed to go do something. Oh, and I should mention, more text messages have been popping up on my phone. You know what that means, more ranting about text messages being popped up. Don't know if that's a phrase, but, if someone will let me know in the comments, can you turn off your phone notifications so that they won't pop up during certain periods of time? Very helpful if that is the case. But thank you. Anyway, back to the dungeon. We can't climb up this blue platform for some ridiculous reason, but what we can do is climb up that gray thing, which is of equal length. Now that we've lowered the water level, Link, let go, please? Okay, there we go. We can go inside this chamber here and get ourselves 100 rupees. Like I said, money is easy to come by in this game, so it's, you know, pretty good. Now we can bring the thief girl over, and we have this platform right here. You just merge around this wall, I guess, and bring this lengthy platform down. Bring this part up, and bring her over here, and those guys pop up. All you have to do is go down there and spin attack and, you know, do whatever you want to get rid of these remaining Zazaks. She'll just be safe up there. She will not be hurt. And now, you bring her down. What? She's floating there. In midair. Like, she really did not want to come down. Alright. Just cooperate with me here. Come on, thief girl. The greatest treasure of the Thieves Hideout is many red rupees, and once we get to the very end, using our Pegasus boots, the Master Ore. The blacksmith can use it to improve the Master Sword. Once you get 2 pieces of this Master Ore, there are 4 pieces of Master Ore. One in, there are 7. Well, so there are 7 like sage dungeons, I guess, and in 4 of those sage dungeons there are pieces of Master Ore. So 1 piece per each of those dungeons. And what am I trying to say here? once you get 2 of those pieces of Master Ore, you can go back to Hyrule and have the blacksmith make your sword better. And then once you have 2 more pieces, the final 2 pieces of Master Ore, you can go to the blacksmith in Lorule and make your sword the best ever. We'll be getting into the sword improvement later, which is perhaps my biggest complaint with this game. But now we get to make these guys fools out of themselves, and goodbye. They're not very smart, in case you haven't picked up on that yet. And in here, more conveyor belts, and I think this is the last group of Zazaks you have to deal with. If you use the conveyor belts to your advantage, you should be able to just force them onto the conveyor belts and roll them off, where they'll fall to their doom. And here, we have the wind puzzle, except with 2 people this time. Press that and get her across, and get yourself across, and then press that and get both of you. Never mind, ignore me. Over here, 2 more switches, which lead to a teleporter, which leads to the floor below, or silver rupees, that too. Teleporter, which allows you to come up from the floor below to this upper floor. Nope, never mind. This group is pretty easy too. It's only 2 Zazaks, and you can just block them out. And since you can merge into walls, which is totally overpowered in this game, except not really, because that's what the game's premise is all about. So it's not really overpowered, but it's very useful in this situation. You can be long-winded just like me, and defeat both of them easily. We're cut off. That big door is our only way out of here. Hope you got a key for that, kid. No, I don't. But up here, the room that I saved for last. No, you thought we were going to get that boss key, did you? No, we were getting this. Purple rupee. Pretty good. I think that is all of the chests in this dungeon except for the big chest right there. Stay there. We can get that thing to move. And what I recommend doing is waiting for the last possible second to merge onto that thing, because it depletes your stamina and you don't want to fall off. Alright. The big key. Now we can open the dungeon's huge door, not big door. Sorry for the mispronunciation there. Yep, indeed, we have gotten all the chests in this dungeon. Pretty good. Collecting my rupees before I go on to the boss. Yeah, what gives? Wah, silly girl. Do you actually think I'd let you escape with your little hero? Meet Stallblind. Not a very tough boss in its first phase, but it gets progressively a lot harder in its later phases. It shoots acid or some kind of dark matter at you. You try to hit it. Just avoid its sword attacks like I did not do there. Try to hit it, it will block you with its board/shield there, and you keep hacking at it from the back. And it will just do that again, and then you can just slice it after you avoid its slashes. Sometimes it'll do 2, or sometimes it'll do 1 in its first phase. Might depend on how much damage it's taken, I'm not sure. Second phase. Decides to get rid of the problem by getting rid of the cancer itself. Sorry for the dinging noise there. That was just my phone. It'll do those weird slashes into the ground, and its sword will stick where it's vulnerable, and then we'll do that giant spin attack where it is tornadoing around. And already time for phase 3. Great, bring it on. Loses its head and becomes very angry and spews dark matter/acid at you, and it will do many sword slices into the ground. And yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. This last phase is pretty tough. I've died to this one a couple times. But, nope. Dead. Wow, looks like you got rid of him. Good riddance. Let's go, this door will lead us out of here. By the way, can I just say that that's a great room to have a boss fight in, because it's wide and open and stuff. Good room for the boss to do his attacks. But it's a little bit weird to be having that in the Thieves Hideout just by itself, like just a massive pillar with nothing on it, like no throne, no decorations, no anything. But she unlocked this door for us, and Osfala is inside. This is the one, right? Don't see what the big deal is. What's so special about this painting? Actually, now that I look at it, it's kind of interesting. I like that whole flat thing going on there. Almost looks like you just walked right into the painting and got trapped there, you know? Oh boy, dramatic irony. Wow. Listen to me, getting all wrapped up in the painting. Anyway, thanks for getting me out of the dungeon. See ya. We can proudly collect our heart container. That gives us 7 hearts, I believe that is. I'm not sure, maybe 8. Maybe 7. You see for yourself, I don't know. Osfala is back. Where am I? The blacksmith's apprentice. What are you doing here? And with that master sword, no less. That can only mean that you have rescued me? But I always thought that I was the hero of our day. That I was the one who'd be there for Princess Zelda. Shut up, phone! It seems that I am not the only sage, not the hero. How very odd. So I pledge my support to your quest, little hero. Thank you for saving me. Now please, find the rest of the 7 sages before it's too late. And I suppose if you're the hero, then you have more need of this sand rod than I. I wish I could give it to you as a gift, but truth be told, it's not mine. I rented it from Ravio, and we know how the rest of his text is going to end up. So return this for me, would you? You got the sand rod, but you have to return it to Ravio. At least then you can find it in his shop. That's the reason that I wanted to do the Thieves Hideout first. Not only because of the Master Ore that you can get, but you gain access to the Sand Rod, which lets you access another dungeon. And Ravio's bird, I just want to ask one question. How did he get into Lorule, into this alternate dimension, which only pretty much I and Yuga, or Yuganon can get into, because we're the only ones that can merge like that. So how did Ravio's bird get in here? Reason I came through into this house was... How in Hyrule did you get in here? My door's locked, Link. Well, never mind, I'm actually gone. You popped in. I was just admiring my new dress. What do you think of it? Glamorous, isn't it? Or you're too kind. Very sweet of you. So here, take this as thanks, Link. You get a piece of heart. 1 more to go until we get our 8th or 9th heart container. That looks like 8. Alright. Well, now that we have completed the Thieves Hideout and explored Thieves Town, I suppose it's time to end things off here. Next time on The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, we will be going back to Hyrule and renting the Sand Rod, and also doing the next dungeon. Oh, and don't forget, you can pick that dungeon too. Bye!